All right, in this video, we're going to talk about how to edit down a raw video that you just recorded, potentially with a camera or on screen using software such as Teams or Zoom or Loom. And maybe the video is too long. You talked about some things in the beginning before you actually started doing the work that you want to document. Or maybe there's multiple sections or topics in the video that you want to split up into 2 or 3 specific talking points. So to do that, in a Microsoft environment, you can right-click on the file, and instead of just saying open, you're going to right-click and say open in Clipchamp. Clipchamp is a free software editing software that Microsoft provides, and it works excellent, even the free version, for editing down a long-form video so that it's more usable. So I showed off screen in that I just right-clicked on that file and it opened up into this screen. Now you're in the Clipchamp editor screen now. You can see on the left there's additional places where you can bring in more video files. So that means you could drag and drop multiple videos next to each other. So if you want to join 2 videos, you could do that. Or you could bring in an audio file and add it in, or some type of other text or graphics file, and you can group them all together into one contiguous file. But for this case, we're just going to use the sample raw video, and we dragged it down into the viewing editor down here in the bottom. And that's the spot. Once it's in place, now it's in the timeline, and you can start working on it. Now, Clipchamp has lots of different features. We're not going to go into all of these in this video, but you can change the speed. You can add or change the color of the video if it's too bright or too dark. We're just going to edit out some of the extra talking points that I had in the beginning of this video. It's about double the length it needs. So in this sample video, if you listen to it all the way through, you'd hear me talking about, just nonsense. Just to show you how to edit down a long form, right? So that you don't need that into your video. That's not part of the documentation. But about halfway through, there's a pause, and then I actually start the video where they're doing the work. So that's where we want to split the video up, and we want to remove all of this other introductory discussion so that the end viewer does not have to see it. So I highlight the video down here in the viewing bar, and then I'm going to click on the split button. It looks like a pair of scissors here. So click. And now you can see that the video is split into 2 sections. These are completely unique areas now. And you can drag and drop or do anything you want to each of those videos. So for example, if you want to speed up the second part, you would just click it and then click on the speed button. In this case, we just want to delete that beginning part where I'm just rambling on and getting things ready to do the recording for real. So we highlight that left section, and now we'll go to the trash can button, which is delete. And now that entire portion of the video is gone. So we have to slide then the remaining portion back to the left. And now when somebody starts the video, it will begin right at the point where we want the actual action to start. And this is the beginning of the video. See? So now it's perfectly where we want. You get rid of all those minutes of wasted time. Again, we could further edit this however we want. One other feature I'll show you is if you wanted to add some type. Maybe you want to have a simple type. You would click where you want to add the type. Maybe we want to put some type here. And we'll click this one over here. There's lots of sample type that you could use with fancy motion, or you could just have a simple plain text at the top. We'll choose this one. And when we click the plus on, you can see down here that's added it to the timeline. You can move that wherever you want. Very easy to move. And then to edit it, you just click on it. And when we click up on screen, you'll see that we can now edit all the features of that. So we can't see it for the beginning here because, hey, it's white on top of white. So we should change that to red font. So we'll click on the color, change it to red. And now when we click back, we will see that the primary color of the text becomes red. And we're going to write sample text. That's what we want it to say. And now when we're done and we go back to watch the video, you'll see that the text pops in. A training session where you're clicking around through. Okay. And again, you can drag and drop that wherever you want. This is just a sample to show you how to use this. Very easy to use. Just keep things nice and simple. You want to make sure the final video is as clean as possible. Once you're done, you need to export the video. And Clipchamp will put all of this together into one solid MP4 file that you can then use in your system's software. So we'll click on Export, and you're going to select 1080p. That's a good high quality video rendering, and you don't need to pay for that. Any of the advanced versions you have to pay extra for, but the free version lets you do 1080p, and that's more than enough quality for what you're going to be doing in your sample systems documentation. So we'll click that. Now you can choose where you want to save it to. You could save it to one of your actual files, or in this case, I'm going to save it to my desktop. So I'm going to select, and I'm going to say desktop, and select. You could save this right into your Google Drive or into your Microsoft OneDrive, but we're going to show you just how to save it to your desktop for now. So now the video is done, and we're just going to drag and drop it right onto our end screen, and we're all done with Clipchamp for now.